Candidates participating in the Schools Within the Context of Community program worked alongside community members to plan, design, and construct a museum space at Shaffer Chapel AME Church. Shaffer Chapel is a recognized historical landmark, marking the location where victims of the last documented lynchings in the northern United States were brought to be prepared for a Christian burial. Community members held an all-night vigil to protect the bodies from further harm. As part of additional renovation efforts, community members sought partners to help develop a space that celebrates the rich cultural and historical achievements of the African American population in Muncie, Indiana. Through conversations with church and community members, SCC faculty and teacher education candidates listened and worked along with the community to plan, design, and construct the museum space. This work was highlighted by events where community members brought photo albums and shared stories about family, struggles against injustice and for civil rights, and their pride in the social and cultural history of the community. The decision was made to present this history as a timeline, stretching around the perimeter of the room. The museum began to take shape, and in a nod to the building's origins as a school, magnetic chalkboards were installed. Various artifacts for the timeline also had magnetic backing so that additional items could be added in the future. Chalk pencils were also included so that visitors to the space could make additional connections with the selected artifacts. An open house to celebrate the museum was held in the fall of 2014. The following year, candidates continued museum development by expanding the timeline to address recent events and enhance the previous content by creating augmented reality elements throughout the exhibit. During the summer of 2015, several national events brought civil rights, social justice, and racial issues to the forefront of topics discussed by community members and candidates. Both groups rallied and proactively addressed these issues by highlighting positive community action and events such as the development of the race group or reconciliation achieved through community engagement, a traveling civil rights museum called the Freedom Bus, and the writing of a children's book. They also considered how the space would tell more of the story. As community members and candidates talked, it became evident that the story of the church and the African American community in Muncie is a living history. After discussing several ways to make the exhibit more interactive, the group decided to develop several augmented reality components that would provide visitors with additional information and resources for them to learn even more. These augmented reality elements would be created using the web-based application Erasma. Candidates gathered resources and created multimedia elements for the augmented reality enhancements. Video of community members telling their own stories and using their voices to narrate other AR elements, again, privileged community knowledge, wisdom, and strength. AR elements used existing and new images within the exhibit, but now when a visitor scanned the image with a mobile phone or tablet, a video, web page, audio, or a social media link would appear and give additional information about the event or how someone might get involved with community activities. Community members, university faculty, and candidates once again came together at the end of the semester to visit the museum and to celebrate the rich history of Shaffer Chapel and the African American community in Muncie, Indiana.